All right. We're back a little bit later than I wanted to be, but I was watching the Injustice animated series movie on HBO Max. It's just too bad they can't make live action movies as good as some of the animation stuff. Um, Slightly different than the original story, but it was really good. Let's go through here. I don't think I got anything left. I did pull an upgrade while I was watching the movie. Um, let's see if let's see if we got enough to upgrade that little ship. See if we got enough to upgrade it. Nope. Maybe tomorrow's pull. I really need to get this upgraded so I can go in here and let's see, go in the Mirrorverse. The good stuff is locked behind the ship being tiered up. So another tier 13. What tier is this stupid thing on now? That's the only reason I would even. I'm tier 11. Oh man, dang it! Got a whole other tier before I can get to the good stuff. Okay, let's see what we can do though. Okay, facts. We can do this one. What is this? Increases the max of all health. Home ship survive battle. I don't think I'd ever really use this thing for that. I'll just keep it. I'll just store it up so when I do get it up there, I can do the ones I want to do. Let's look at the premium stuff. Do we have anything for that? No. All right, so let's get busy. All right, let's go ahead and switch this back. I guess we really should switch it to a miner. Get the mining dailies done real quick. I'm not going to worry about switching crews or anything. I'm just going to keep it all squared away. Again, we're just going to get enough for the dailies. I already finished the other event, so that's really all I need. And pretty much what I've noticed. You know what? We should maybe. I need to probably move up here because I need to do G, some G6 or solo. So I probably should move up here, and I'll use the jump juice to do it. base right there. Okay, I should recall it. Let's see which one of these. That's something close by. We'll see which one of these can get into. Has enough of the okay. But yeah, we'll put Grush on in here real quick and send it there. Where's the old Mr. Grush? We'll put him in his spot. And we'll send this one up here. Ah. Yeah, it was a good movie, actually. I've seen clips on YouTube of the movie, but it was a pretty good movie. Okay, we'll send that one there. It was a good comic story when I read it originally. Okay, so now we need to get a Armada. And it didn't really matter which ship, actually. We'll get the mining out of the way and do some of this. And we'll do some of the. We got like 10 or 15 minutes. No, we got exactly 16 minutes before the rollover or the reset. Before the reset on the daily events. And what am I looking for? Oh, Armada crew. Okay. So we're gonna go up here and whoops. Put locate and out. So it's gonna be this one here. We're gonna go up here and get a full pull, and hopefully that'll give us enough. We're gonna look after we get done that. We're gonna actually look and see if we got enough to do in rare. If not, we'll have to wait till tomorrow. Okay, we're already in this system, so let's go ahead and what's going on here? Oh, start. I'm gonna go ahead and start one of these. Okay, I need to go find a mining node for this one. And that one's fine. That one's good enough. These are big up here. Okay. What happened? Did not go on the... I thought I started one. I didn't because it wouldn't have let me start a second one, but I did click on that. Okay, let's go ahead and we'll run about 5 of these, I guess. See if that gives us, we're gonna run just enough to get a full pull. Yeah, we can do a wave defense from up here. We don't have to wait. I just thought about that. I don't have to go down low to do it. I forgot all about that. So, okay, that's a little glitch. Let's, oh, it's not gonna be that, what's the store that can be pulled? Flashpoint store event, what? Oh, I must have scored some more. But I don't really see anything new in here. I don't know why it's giving me the one sign up here. We'll explore that a little bit more deeper here in a second. We need to pull as soon as this thing finishes, we need to pull the boxes up here because that's going to have a lot of loot in it. Okay, let's look in here, see how many pulls I can make. Okay, I need to do a few more. I need 0.6 million more. So let's go ahead and do this one. Hopefully another one will spawn. They've been spawning at a better rate here lately. There's one right there for when we get done with it. I'm sure that these two will be enough to get me the full pull that I need. I mean, the Injustice story is a really good story. Both the comic version and the one they did in the movie. The movie was a slightly variation of it. It wasn't, completely faithful to uh, the comic book. That was kind of what Snyder was going to do with the whole thing where Superman, I mean, it's kind of the same deal where Superman, uh, it's where Superman takes over the world pretty much. See, the reason not to wait to reset is these are two. Uh, they would all have to be epic for it to count for my dailies. These 68, even though it's a 68 solo Armada, it wouldn't count. Neither will the rare that I'm gonna hopefully can do after I get done with this. Okay, that's all we're gonna do. That should be more than enough loot now to do a full pull. Okay, that just for that alone, that was enough. But let's go into this, the Alliance, whoops, the Alliance tab. And yes, that's enough to make a full pull. All right, we got a little bit left over for tomorrow. So we're gonna fly into the 69 space now. I don't have any damage, so there's no reason to really go repair. And if we got one, we'll do it. If not, we'll have to wait till tomorrow. We'll just repeat what we just did. So we still got about 8 more minutes before we can really start the dailies. We can look at something else maybe. Any suggestions? Anything that you guys want to check out? And like always, say hi. Let me know what server you're on, what ops level you are. Okay, so yes, we do have one enough for solo. So there are quite a few, looks like there is quite a few 70s in here. We could probably pop in here and pop a couple of these before we go up. There's not that many. There's like 1, 2, really only 2. It might not be worth the flight. Okay, let's send it back. And we'll get it. Be enough to make one pull, but I find that you really don't earn enough between pulls to get. I've gotten a second pull about every third pull where you got a little bit left over every time. And I just did that, so I doubt there's going to be a chance for a double pull out of this thing. No, I just barely got enough for one. And we got some hazards, which is what I need. I forgot to look to see how much I got in the last one. Some galactic acclaim, which is always good. All right, well, let's see if we got enough particles to do some of these researches that we've been holding off on. What's this right here? Flashpoint currency. So it looks like my server finally got enough to clear that next milestone there. Good for them. All right, we didn't go in the factory store anyway. So let's go. No, I need. When can I make this? Oh, yeah, I can make that pull now. Okay. 3,000. And just totally takes that too. Huh, I'm curious. I think I still would rather work on Miss Seska though. Oh, she used the other stuff. How about this guy? Let's get these shreds here. God, that's costly. Okay. Oh, we can go ahead and make deals for the relativity too. I need to pull that thing out and see if I got any upgrades on it because I've made a few since I've. See, this stuff right here is for the research, but I'm done with all the research, I'm pretty sure. We'll double check with it. So why waste the materials? Okay, so let's go ahead and do some Toli upgrades. Okay, we'll just do one. Now let's go into section 31, see if we can do if any of the upgrades for any of the pulls for the office. Okay, yeah, I can do one. A field marshal Q. I don't have any. I'm gonna have to wait till I run some. Because we're definitely gonna do field marshal and specialist 7. I'm getting really close on her, tearing her up to 4. Okay. Artifacts. Let's go and see if we got any. Whoops. Okay, they're all set now, so we can start the countdown on them. Okay. No, I don't want to use a completely full node. Okay, it might not be a choice. Okay, there's one. That's too little. Oh man, they're all full. Okay, we're gonna go with a full one. Don't really like that, but who's in here with us? We need to know who's in here with us. Okay, Vern. Or Vin or whatever. Vren or whatever. Alright. So that's okay. Let's go in the refinery. The Mirrorverse, I know there's nothing in there. That's a false. So is that one. So is that one. Okay. So I'm trying to think of what I was going to do next. Oh, yeah, we need to go back to the faction store. Okay, let's look at the augment, see if we got any pulls in here. Yes, we do. We'll do our officer pulls first, and then we'll come back and do some of the other stuff. Okay, nothing great there. Let's see if we got anybody we can use. Cat Doctor, Ransom. Everybody else's ones we got finished. Come on, come on, come on. God, there's been so many of these lately. See, it's not pinning, so I think I'm just stuck. Oh, there we go, finally. And it took me completely out of there. Okay, so. Okay, we got Kirk and Pick Picard. Everybody else is somebody we got finished already. Man, this lag's crushing. It's worse on my iPad. It'll actually lock up or it won't come out. That's why I was getting ready to force quit it. So I know now all I gotta do is just wait. There we go. Thought I just did this one. Yeah. Cancel. I did that one. It shouldn't be. And this one. Got Tully, one for 3 Tully, Dash, and the guy I'm about to. Okay, that was a little bit quicker. Okay, so we're gonna go down here, use these rat tokens on him. How many? We got 830. Okay. Like I said, it starts racking up fast, especially when you draw this in the other part of it. So 30. He was 30 up there, so. Okay, now we need to go here and do the other ones. We got a mega claim, which is going to give us some speed ups and these tokens that we need. Come on, there we go. We got 2 12 hours. No, we only got one. We got 4. Can't tell if these are Sigma, I think. Yeah, they're Sigma. Okay, good. Gosh almighty. I think I'm going to clear localization after this. I'm going to clear localization now, see if that'll help. Went the wrong, come on. Yeah, I gotta decide whether I'm gonna stay doing what I'm doing right here or look for another options. As far as the alliance thing goes. Because if I'm going to stay where I'm at, I'm going to have to start recruiting people. Because I do need the emerald chain. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and skip this because I used my resources I would have used during the alliance tournaments this weekend, and then they did help quite a bit for me, especially with the research. Okay, I know none of those are good, valid. I hate when it does that, man. Gosh, dog. See, look. Why is it doing this? Why is it bogging down so slow? Okay, I do have some pulls here. I always do the middle. I don't have any interceptor. I need to probably go do something about that. Oh, come on. Come on, man. Is it like they decide, well, there are not many people going on, we're going to slow down everything? Jeez. Try it again. Failed to go through, so it actually did work the first time. There we go, finally. So I don't think we got any more. Well, we do have a... Okay, good, that finish quick. But it looks like they're not going away. Okay. Mirrorverse, we know we don't have anything in here we can redeem. Same here, there's nothing here. Not even the other ones, the same here. I'm gonna check real quick with the other stuff. And no. Okay, now it is 11 o'clock, so we can, we're gonna change cruise, and we're gonna start grinding some out here. What am I doing here? Let's go back to the crutch. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna switch Scotty for this Scotty. It'd be nice. I'll be able to take him to tier 3 tomorrow. It's gonna be really cool doing that. Let's just go. We're gonna send. We won't use our jump juice because it's not that far away. And while that one's going, I'll pour me a Dr. Pepper real quick. But I ate at my favorite Italian restaurant. Oh crap, I sent the wrong damn ship. How did I do that? Okay. When it gets in there, we'll just send it straight back. But I ate at my favorite Italian restaurant called Campese's. The original Campese's is over on Mockingbird, close to SMU. It has notorious ties back all the way to the Kennedy assassination. Supposedly the Joe Campese, the guy that owned the restaurant, had mob ties back in the 60s here. Now you go to some of the franchise restaurants that are around the city of Dallas. They have one in one of the suburbs, and Richardson at Coit and Campbell. They have a few other ones. They have like clips from the conspiracy theory. Let me get this out of my mouth. They have clips from books from the conspiracy. I don't know why I couldn't say that. The conspiracy theory books about the assassination. Yeah, man. There's been some weird things. There's been some really, pretty big chain restaurants here in I live close to Addison. I live in Dallas, but I'm really close to Addison. And I usually eat on that road. There've been some big time restaurants like on the border and stuff like that have been closing restaurants here lately. So yeah. But my favorite place is a place called Campese's. Their spaghetti, their pizza. People love their pizza, but it's good. There are better, in my opinion. But I know people have their own opinions about pizza. It's good. It's a little bit more thin crust than I like, but it is good though. But their pasta dishes are just too good for me to ever order pizza there. Their spaghetti with meat sauce, and What I ate tonight was some chicken parm with spaghetti. Oh man, that was so good. But it's one of my favorite restaurants in Dallas still. You know, there have been a few that I used to eat far back as when I was a kid, but the quality of food is just not the same that it used to be. And they wouldn't be my top choices. Like my favorite Mexican food restaurant in Dallas is there's several franchises here in Dallas called Papacitos, and they have a seafood. Uh, they were like a seafood restaurant that branched out like over in North Dallas. There's a restaurant row. Used to be a really big restaurant row, but that neighborhood uh, got kind of ran down when the strip clubs moved into that area. It kind of killed uh, I don't know, the vibe over there. Now it's kind of a little bit run down, but they do have like a one where you got a Papacitos, a Papados, and then they got their steakhouse and a barbecue place. I've never ate at the barbecue place because that would definitely not be my first choice of the barbecue. Even though I haven't ate there, I know that's probably bad to say, but to me, there's no better barbecue place than Sonny Brian's here in Dallas. I mean, there's a lot of good, really good barbecue restaurants, but to me, if I'm choosing, I'm going to Sonny Brian's. Their brisket is just the greatest, man. But I've heard of a lot of other good restaurants that I actually want to try. Yeah, I wish I would have woke up a little bit earlier, then I would have cleared all the ticket events this week. Because I need the pool for tomorrow. If I would have done it, if I'd have woke up sooner, then it would have gave me an hour to go up here and finish the last one. But now, nope. I should have picked the other one first. Then I would have had no problem doing it. But I screwed that up. Okay, let it do its thing there. There are two particle researches I really want to do, so I'm hoping today and pulling those solos that we'll get enough of the particles that we can do them. I'm going to take a break. I'm waiting to do the 70 ROM ship special ability a little bit later. I think I want to go ahead and finish these researches up. You really can't do both unless you're wanting to go to the store and buy the particles, which I don't, because they're easy enough to earn. All right, so here's one more 71. I'll hit that one, then we'll move up. I was hungry for steak, but I got a sore tooth right now. And that wouldn't have been a very pleasant meal. But I was hungry for steak. But I went ahead and ate me some chicken parm. Maybe tomorrow. All right, we'll get this. Okay, where's the 70s? Man, this is sparse. Really sparse for the 70s in here. Okay, here's some over here. Yeah, there's a few in here on this side. They could have just spawned too. You know what's left here? Oh. Okay, so I've got them all now. All right, so let's go ahead and claim these. Okay, I think I got them all. One way to know is look down here. Yeah, the only ones left are Romulan. Let's go ahead and break it off and send it back. God, that was just flying in there. Gave me 30 minutes of damage on the cube. That's crazy. Okay, I know I don't have any more ship parts. Mirror reverse, there's nothing there. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. Man, I wish it would not keep doing that. It drives me nuts. Okay. All right, let's go into the research tree, and let us look at. Okay, it's at the very back. That's pretty convenient. Okay, let's see. We're gonna get to the particle. Okay. Got enough to do the one I want. And where's the other one? There was a one for the maybe it was this one I was wanting to do, I don't know. With a rare, so I didn't get enough to do that anyway. I don't think we got any smart speed. Yeah, we did. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Man, I might as well just do 8. Alright, so we're done with that. What is this one? No, I don't want to use a rare for something dumb. I wish I could get that up higher. Well, that one uses the ship. And I don't plan on taking those ships. Maybe later I will, but I've got to have the other ships where I want them to be. So I got to be able to finish these three. I've got to finish that one first. And let's see. And this one here, I got to do that one. Does it have to be 10 or 9? Whoops. Go back on the isolate defense. 9. Okay, next one. Then that probably will open up to do some of these, and then that one. So I'm rounding third on this research in here, and almost done with it. Not a fan of the G6 spin event. Yeah, this time they kind of I don't like the format either. They cut off any other, for at least for the G6 players, they cut off us being able to use any G5 stuff. It's all G6 and only G6. So, hey guy, how you doing? But I'm not a real fan of that. Cool. Good day to you too. It's nicely like 10, almost, it's about 11, almost 11:30 at night here in Dallas, Texas. So, we just went through reset 30 minutes ago, and I've just finished 2 of my faction dailies and got my miners out to finish those dailies for it. And that should be all that I really need. Okay, I got some for the research, so that'll help. And this is a good one today, because when I hit this one, if you notice here, I'll be able to collect the weekly and the monthly. So that'll be pretty nice right now. That used to these were no big deal. They didn't until recently when they upgraded these, where we get actually G6 stuff in here. For a while it was just more meh type thing, you know, but now they've actually added some G6 stuff in here. So that's kind of nice, and they also did in the monthly as well. Okay, where's the monthly? So I'm gonna get a little bit of infusion of materials, not a bunch, but it's better than nothing. The key thing, I'm gonna get 360 of these rods, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get the next treasury for free, but the one after it, absolutely. So that's the good thing about that. Port Arthur, that's the home of Jimmy Johnson. And that was where he actually, I think he graduated from that high school, Port Arthur, and one of his classmates was Janis Joplin. He always talks about that, Rebecca. I was lucky to meet him once. Not that he knows me in any way, but I did meet him once. And it was after the cowboy thing. I happened to be at some kind of gathering that I was invited to, that he was there too, because some kind of, he was pretty personal and pretty nice. I mean, I didn't bug him, but he had some really good stories that he told everybody about the Cowboys and about Port Arthur. He told and about being at the University of Miami. He told some pretty good stories. Was very charitable with his time with people. I would say that would be That would be exactly the right word to use. He was very charitable with his time. Because he knew that to most of us it was a big deal that Jimmy Johnson was there. Nice guy. I wouldn't say he was exactly a hero or anything, but it's always cool when you meet somebody that's famous and they're not an a-hole, you know? And he would definitely not be, I would not classify Jimmy Johnson as an a-hole. But also, I'm not one of these guys when I see somebody ultra famous that I go crazy over it because that's helped me out a few times. Like I told the Goldberg story about meeting Goldberg at the Stars game and then seeing him again. I don't know how that, that's kind of, I guess one of those things are kind of fate that I see him again after I told him, because I'll tell the story again because not everybody probably was online. It was back when at Reunion Arena before the Mavericks and the Stars moved to the current arena that they're at, the AAC. It was during the Stanley Cup playoffs when the year that the Stars won the Stanley Cup. I don't know if it was that year or early that year. It still was when the WCW was alive. It was before Vince McMahon bought the WCW and put it out of business. Well, WCW had used Reunion Arena for one of their shows, and they incorporated some of the Stars player into one of their gimmicks. And Goldberg had made friends with Bret Hall and a few of the other guys, and he was coming to the games during the Stanley Cup playoff. And so I was meeting some friends that were going to the game too, but they had like a booth from the Star Center. I had ordered like an autographed Joe Newendike jersey. That was one of those framed ones you put on the wall, because Joe Newendike was my favorite player back in the day, and I still hadn't got it, and so I went up there and asked them about it. So, hey, I ordered a Joe Newendike jersey from the Star Center, and they looked it up. Oh yeah, you do it. You still haven't gotten that? And I said no. And then what ended up, they sent it out, but they confirmed it was never delivered, so it got lost, and then they just refunded my money back. So that was kind of a bummer, because it's one of those deals where you get your money back, but you really wanted the item more than the money. That was one of those. But anyway, so they told me they would look into it, so I'm walking up there. My friends had already went and sat in their seats, and I walked the door, and when I opened the door, I go in the door the same time as Bill Goldberg. And, I said, I'm sitting there, I kind of give him a knowing nod, don't say, oh, there's Goldberg or whatever, nothing to. And so I give him a knowing nod, he gives me a knowing nod back, and I start walking towards where our seats are. And he said, hey, dude, and he goes, where's a good place to get a steak here in Dallas? And I said, well, there are actually a few good places, but the one that's closest by to the arena here, if that's what you want to do after the game, is a place called Bob's. And he goes, Bob's Steakhouse is over, I told him where it was. And he's like, oh man, thanks, so nothing, cool story, everything. And, little kids go, oh, that guy knows Goldberg, kind of thing. It was kind of funny. But so I don't know. During the finals, I go back because this was this was one of the earlier rounds when we saw Goldberg. So in the final, I think it's I don't remember which game it was, but so I'm going in. I walk in there because I had season tickets that year, and but I gave my season tickets to the earlier game to the ticket for that for somewhere else, and I sat with my friends that game. But this game, I was just going myself, and I think I had, uh, was just going by myself, and so I go through there, and I see Goldberg actually again. So he sees me, and he signals me over, and I go over and say, he goes, man, that place was awesome. He goes, I got a suite right here, and he goes, do you want to watch part of the game in it? I said, well, yeah, sure. So I went in there and stayed for maybe not even half of a period, but just enough to be polite, and I got out of there because I wasn't going to bother a guy with his thing. But it was a cool experience, and he was a really pretty good guy. I've heard other stories from people that he wasn't, but not in my case. He was a really good guy. But like I said, I didn't intrude. I just stayed for like half of a period and went and sat in my seats. I don't know. He might have not cared if I watched the whole game there, but I wasn't going to press it. I didn't want to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? And but anyway, so that was a cool story. But it always pays to, when you see somebody famous, not to oversell the. I happened to be one time when I was at Santa Anita. No. What? Yeah, it was Santa Anita. Santa Anita for the Breeders' Cup. I actually saw Joe Pesci. And there he had, because he's a big time into horse races. He owns like some really high dollar horses. One of his horses was running in the next race, and he was in the paddock area. And I had this real small, like what they call a micro share in one of the horses that was a horse called Lazy Daisy that was running in there. And so same thing, I kind of gave him a knowing nod, didn't really approach him or anything like that. Then it was not that race, but it was 2 races over. His horse I don't think his horse won, but he got money and where he was going to get some decent amount of money. I think his horse came in second maybe, or something like that. But he had a pretty tough beat. But so I see him there. The second one, I go back in there because I like to go to the paddock area and look at the horses. And he said, yeah, man, that was a tough beat on your horse. Your horse had trouble coming out of the gate. And I go, yeah, she sure did. She did. She likes to be at the front. Once she didn't get the front, the race was over for her. And I said, well, your horse did pretty good. He goes, yeah, we should have won that. And then we started talking, and a little bit, and then went on. It was a cool experience. But to me, Santa Anita is one of the coolest places in the world. Any chance I get a chance to go to Southern California during horse racing season, that's always on the agenda to go to Santa Anita at least one time while I'm there. Haven't been there since that Breeders' Cup race, because we had COVID come through there, and I haven't been to Southern California since COVID. But used to like to go almost once during the spring meet and once during the fall meet. But it's one of the coolest experiences ever, because if you feel like you're stepping back in time, like you feel like you're going back into when Seabiscuit ran there, because a lot of it this exterior and stuff looks the same. They've kept the kind of retro look to it. But I can tell you for a fact from going to the track, because I go to the one here at Lone Star Park, and I've been to Lone Star Park, I've been to Remington Park, I've been to the fairgrounds of New Orleans, I've been to Oaklawn, I've been to What was, can't think of that. There one of there was a there, can't think of the horse racing thing. It's no longer there in Florida. I think Calder. I went to Calder once when I was in Florida. I'm trying to think of any other ones I've been to. I've been to Churchill Downs. I've always wanted to go to Keeneland. I've always wanted to go to Saratoga. I just never have made that trip to see that. Because Keeneland would be really good because all those horse farms are over there in Lexington too. So you could go take a tour of one of these breeding farms and see one, go see Curlin or American Pharaoh or whatever horse was you were a fan of. You could go and see them on their farm there. It would be kind of really cool. I think one of these days I'm going to do it. I almost did at that time that I went to Churchill, but I thought about going like a week before the meet started at Churchill Downs and catch the tail end of Keeneland. But it rained. It was like big time rain that whole couple of weeks. That was that when I went there for. It was that year that Curlin and Hard Spun and what was the other horse that actually won the Kentucky Derby? I can't think of its name now, but it didn't do anything after that. I can't think of the horse's name now, but I actually went to gosh. Let's see. Because the Kentucky Oaks and the Kentucky Derby, I bought like a general mission package for both races. They were actually kind of affordable then. Now they're insanely out of this world for price. But it rained the whole time. I want to go back to Churchill Downs where there's no big race going around so I can just take it in. It was like a crush of humanity, and then you had the race going on, and it was raining. The experience was cool to be there and be there during such a big an event, but like far as the human aspect of it, it sucked because, like I said, it rained the whole time, and you pretty much had to find a spot out of the rain, and then you were there. It was not, there wasn't really a good chance to walk around and kind of sink it all in, The animation on that system is great. The animation must be among the best looking. Animation. Yeah, I mean the game looks spectacular on this Mac. I mean, some of the graphics, especially like the opening screen and stuff like that, is really good. Looks really good on this. And I don't have the Apple monitor. If I had the Apple monitor and spent like $5,000 on it, it would even look better. But this is like one of the better Samsung monitors that I'm using here. I know it isn't the same from what you're seeing on yours, but that's what I'm looking at. It's not a cheap monitor, but it's not like thousands of dollars. But the graphic card in the computer is pretty awesome. And the thing is, like I was telling somebody the other day that we're talking about it, and I was saying that how much little CPU it uses. That was the biggest issue with when I tried to do it off my MacBook Pro. Streaming and playing the game both was kind of there at its limitations, But this here, I can when I get ready to do some editing in Final Cut. Oh man, the rendering speed on it is insane. This Apple Studio is just I wish I would have done it. I wish I would have bit the bullet and just saved a little bit of money and done it before now. And it works really good in the game. Usually anything that goes wrong, that's definitely always on Scopely's end. But yeah, let's see. So we got that done. I think we're okay with all the rest of them. I think we can send every one of them, the other 2, 3 back, except for the crystal. We know that need to let that sit a little bit longer. Well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and let both of those sit longer until the crystal's clear too. So there's no reason to send one of them back and not the others. Turn the AC back on. All right, I just killed the lights and turned the AC on real quick because it's getting a little warm. I'll put my little fan back on. There we go. I'll get it kind of cool in here. So we're gonna, I guess the next thing we're gonna do is do some wave defenses. So we're gonna switch over. Like I said, I've got a little layout that I put up here for wave defenses. And again, I got this graphic right here. You can probably go on DJ's Discord and get it. And Jules Verne made it. And it shows the pattern of where the hostiles are coming in. And it is something to sit there and look at before. And again, to me, always wave 2 is the hardest of all the ones here. Who's in there? Okay. Let's see who's doing these. I'm curious who's the 68 there now. Oh, okay. Not that I'm going to hit a guy doing those, but I'm just curious to see who is in the system with me. Always good to know. All right, let's back out of here. Back out of here. And let's go all the way down into low space. And let's see where we at. Back out a little bit. We're going to do some wave defenses because I need the loot. All right, so now we got to set up our ships. We're going to go with the Krechna. And I'm thinking I have to figure out which one of these ships I want to put the new Scotty in there. Because I don't think I've got him on one of them. Okay, we're going to put this one here. Okay. I do have the new Scotty on. Or maybe I didn't have that slot full, but we'll see. So we'll leave him alone right there. That's good enough. So let's now go to here we go, bat for battleship. Okay, so we need to add a one there. So let's change this to the junker. Okay, we got some upgrades for the junker. What is this? Let's go with the warps, I guess. So we got 2 more upgrades. We can take it to 12. This one's tearing up pretty quick. I like it when they tear up quick, then I can decide whether I want to still do the loop or not when I'm done with it. So okay, let's go ahead. We need to swap the guys out of it, and we're going to use this one. So now we're going to see we need 2 people in that slot. So let's go to the first one. Make sure that we got them still anybody from. No, so it's got a full crew. Whoops, wrong button. Because I like that new little thing that if you notice right here, it'll tell you whether you got one missing or not. I kind of like this little feature they just put in the game. So let's go in here and look and see who we got below deck. We can throw in here. We could put, let's put him in there for grins for right now. So we'll go ahead and confirm that. And we got to remember to save these this next time around. We'll do the same thing, go below deck. If we can't find anybody that's, I think is better than the people, we can't use Kim. Kim won't be that hopeful there, so let's see who we got. Could use Odo. And I'm thinking we've got Tindy on one, so we'll put Mariner there. And then we'll go back. What's his? Oh, he's got warp speed. We don't need that. Now, Dane wouldn't be a bad thing to give me some speed. You know what? I'm take that back. I'm gonna I'm gonna put. Let's go ahead. Wait a minute. Let's go ahead and let's take the Klingon out of there and put it in this one, and we're gonna put the speed one in the Dane in the cube to give it a little bit more oomph. That'd be a better plan. There we go. That'll give him a little. Okay, we don't need him either. He's not a PvE guy. So, what is this guy? He's got something. Okay, we don't need. He can't give me no more loot than I go out of got. So that's not gonna work. Got Seska. Well, this is my middle one. So. That's a B. This will be the one on a B, so I can't use that one. Okay. Now, Quasi would be worth putting here because he's got the Apex Shred, and those do use Shred. They are using isolated defense. So, Quasi would be a good shot down here. Let's make sure that I'm right. That's against hostiles. Okay, good. So, I need to go, I won't do it now, but we'll do it before we quit. Okay, let's cancel. We do want to confirm. Okay, that's going to give us, so let's go ahead. I'm going to move everything off my mouse pad here. Everything. Make sure that everything looks good. Okay. I used to pull the effect off, but it actually works unless you screw it up. It works pretty good to help you. Okay, it's going to give me this thing now. Dang it. It was doing this like last arc too, where it freezes going into trying to go in. So I'm going to have to use my Mac, force quit it, because it's not going to ever change. So let's go ahead and I got to quit the game, force quit the game. And I'm going to go ahead and close the game too. Okay, now we're going to restart the launcher. And then I'm going to push play. I'm going to restart everything. I don't know why it does that sometimes, but it just does. It will freeze the screen. Now the worst thing it can do is right before the guy pushes start, it freaking crashes. Oh gosh, looks like there might be something going on with the game. As slow as this thing's loading. Now it's sped back up. And see, that whole thing right there where it's saying the connection speed. Well, I got it hooked up to a landline, so there is no connection problem from our end. It's on theirs. That's one reason I went ahead and reconfigured my furniture in here so I could get my computer table closer to the router so I could plug it straight in. But not rely on Wi-Fi. Okay. So I got to remember the spawn. It goes. Okay, it needs to be up top. And the junker needs to be on the side right there. Like I said, most of them are not that difficult until you get to the second stage. The second stage is the way they spawn in there is kind of a train wreck. If you survive the second stage, you usually can make it through. All right, let's go ahead and start it. Make sure, let's go ahead and get everything out of the way. About the junker, what tier does it get usable? Well, I probably can't tell you that because I took it to tier 6 on day 1 because I was listening to what DJ said about it giving you G6 parts at that tier level. So I ended up spending like $300 the first day on it, unlocking it in 2 packs to get it to where I needed it to be. So yeah, I expected, from what he was talking about the refinery, I was expecting more. I was kind of underwhelmed by it. I thought I wasted money on it after I did it, but it is what it is. Oh, I clicked on it. Come on, there we go. But a lot of this is the placement of the, so I should have to get the junker to come down here and get that one next. Okay, and we'll get the cube to go up here and get this one. Okay, get that one. And now we got to get the junker to get his ass back here. Okay. This next one sucks. Okay, we gotta get. Oh, I've screwed up. You know, I'm gonna let the junker do it. Okay, now we're gonna just get the pieces. See which ones are left. Oh crap, I gotta get that one. We'll get it. Come on, get that thing. It's gonna kill one of my spots, but dang it. I couldn't get it to click on it. Okay. Like I said, the second one's the hardest. In my opinion, the second one's the hardest one to do. Get on it, get on it, get on it. Really? Okay, this is, I'm trying to remember the pattern here. Go. Go. And get this one. Okay. Where's the other one? Okay, we got one down there. I'm going to go Q, Q, Q. Come on, get it. Yeah, I'll get the junker to come over here and get this one. And I'll get my A ship to come over and get this one. There we go. There we go. Okay, so now we're tier 4. These are the triplets. So the key thing is I'm going to send one each to get them there, and then I'll come back and use the artifact effect to tell them to get the other, sweep up the other two. Oh, come on, click on it, damn it. Okay, I need to get this one. Oh, hell, let's just do this. Let's got one more of these. Come on, click at it. There you go. There we go. All done. A little bit messy, but we got what we came for. We got the points. I mean the credits we needed. Let's do one more. Let's fix it and do it again. Okay. Well, you know, let's look and see if I got enough for the favor I wanted. Let's go section 31. Should have enough to come down here and get this favor. No, I need a little bit more. I want this one that gives me extra speed down here. So I need to do at least one more of these, and then we'll have enough. Because I don't have much I can spend regular credits on anymore. So it's probably time to start finishing up out of all those okay, I wished it worked like that when I was playing a while ago. Gosh. It's like I got the favor without clicking on it. But that was the fastest ship in there is moving like with molasses. You know what, guys? I think what we just saw right there, that's going to cause a clear localization. That's like a recipe for disaster. What's going to happen there? Especially if that ship is that slow going forward. The other ones, you know, that'd be great if they were that fast. Okay, so let's just go. Okay, we'll go. The easiest way to do this, just like I did a while ago, is. Oh, they're already in there, right? I don't even have to do anything. I was going to take. Okay. So let's zoom out as far as I can zoom it out. Okay. A little bit more, a little bit more. And we're gonna remove all the other stuff out of the way. And let's start it. And we should go there, there, there. And then we'll go A ship, B ship, and C ship down here at the bottom. Let's get these in better position. And click back on my A ship. Oh, my A ship's going way over here. Okay. Okay. Come on, get it. Come on, get it. Oh, fuck. I'm going to have to do the... What am I doing? Oh, it didn't switch. I got one of them. Okay. Wave 2. Okay, wave 3. Okay, get that one. I'll go with my A ship. Tell it to cue that one. And make sure it clicks over there for certain. Get that one. Yeah, it didn't. Okay, we gotta get this one here. Okay, we gotta get it to come get one of these. And we'll get that one to get. What happened? Ah. Where's my ships? Where is my ships? Okay. They're broke. Well, the one thing was my fault, but there was, I don't know why I hit one of them, hit it, and now I'm stuck. Okay. We're not going to do any more of these. We're done with it. I'll get my directive back. I'll tell them it broke while it was in there. Let's see if it'll still let me back. No, it won't. Dang it. I needed the extra loot. Let's just do a regular one. Do a regular 60. And it's not going to let me do it. Oh, it's freaking stuck. Let's see if let's go into the system and hit a hostile. Maybe that'll undo it. Okay. Once our ships get back, oh my God, 12 minutes, 11 minutes. We're not gonna. I don't want to wait that long. So let's stop it wherever they're at. And we'll get the disco out and let the discos summon all the bad boys home. Okay. one can go. We'll just go. Bring this one back. Recall. Recall. Okay, we'll bring that back. We'll put our ship. That one's just like in the next system over, so that's no biggie. Okay, so we'll put Discovery back up. We need to start putting the booster ships out. We're gonna see if we can do an epic. I can do, as you saw, we did the rare with about a half a hull left. And yeah, we'll put all 4 ships there. There we go. But before we do that, we're going to go ahead and, there it is. And I don't know what the Galaxy Quest ship will do to help, but why not? It can't hurt anything. I never use it for anything else. We're going to get the Galaxy Quest ship and let it pop it with its thing too. I thought about that today when we were running those. So we got all 3. So I'm going to pop it with Sorrento's boost, Defiant boost, which I don't know if it helps or not. It helps on Armadas. Back when we were doing the solo Armada, that was its whole thing. We're going to do a max fortify, just a regular fortify, and then we're going to hit it with the Sorrento's thing. So now we need to move down into regular space, so the journey won't. Well, you know what? I can't jump it. Well, yeah, we'll just go ahead and do that. I'll just jump it, because if it dies, it dies, you know. So now we got to equip it. We see 2 of the people that we would put on here. Let's put Daz in the middle, and we'll go below deck. We'll put Mr. Scotty on the side here. Okay, it's telling me it's deployed, so it's probably not completely fixed. Well, how's that out? Where'd it go? Okay, that's weird. Oh yeah, I used it to pop one of the hostiles. Never mind. Okay, so we're gonna put definitely Jocelyn's going in. Let's put him on top of the cat doctor here. Okay, so let's go below deck. We're going to put Scotty on the side. I think we put the Klingon in here. Put him over Dane. I don't remember if it needed Apex Shred or not. I thought for sure we put Miss Seska in there somewhere. And I think Vielle will work either way.
Okay, yeah, we're definitely putting Vial in there. So who to bump?
I'm saying bump Neelix. So I like that lineup there. So, all right. So we need to go get our exacoms done. So we're going to go combat first. I'm going to go ahead and use the battleship. Then we're going to go multi-purpose. Okay, let's see. Well, there is some, we can boost like the health of one of these officers, I think, in here. If I got one of those, I'll use it. I never use these so that much. So let's see. What is this one? Nothing. There's one for the station or something. I know there's an officer one that I could probably use on one of these. Speed. This doesn't help. I thought it was in this one that the officer stuff is in. Yeah, here we go. Health. We'll definitely use that. And I don't think there's anything in this one we can that will help us here. Okay, now we'll go use these multi-purpose ones. And I don't know whether it's going to help or not, but it can't hurt it. We'll use this one here. And then we'll go down here and put the generic damage one on. Okay, so we got now we're gonna pull the ship out. Okay, locate. I'm gonna put one time I pushed won't locate, it doesn't do it. So we're gonna pull the ship out. Okay, pull the Sorrentos out. Pull this one out. Pull that one out. Pull that one out. Okay, so we're gonna go. I'm going to send it back. I got too many people in the system to leave it out. Okay, now put that one back. Now we're going to max. And then we're going to use the regular one. Okay. And now we're going to use this one. Okay? And we'll send both of those back real quick. Now we're going to take it, make it jump into the 70 system over here. Let's find it quickly. Okay. We don't know. This is probably going to be failure, but it's going to be fun to see what it does. I got one set of directives left for the Epic, so no harm, no foul. Okay, where's my cube at? Okay, let's hit this one that's closest to it. Got one set of directives left. This is going to be epic fail or success, one or the other. It's going to be one or the other. And boom. Let's see how bad we lost. I mean, I basically wanted to see if it was possible. I mean, I had to do what I did to get do the rare.
You know, we damaged it. We'd probably take 3 shots at it doing what we did to kill it. But, hey, we did. It was worth a shot. Let's move down into regular space now. We'll actually I'll switch this. We're not doing wave defense no more. There. So, I'm probably going to have to wait till I get some of those officers tiered up a little bit higher before I try it again. I got my DeMarco all the way up. I don't have her all the way up. And he's only tier 2. When he gets to tier 3, it might, tomorrow when he's a tier 3, it might make a difference. But right now, and some of the ones I have below deck are lower versions of those officers. Like Seska, she's only tier 3. This guy's only tier 2. And let's see, all the rest of them are decently tiered. He's 4. He's done, 4, done. You know, on those two. But she's 4. Yeah, I could have done Lorca's Fist too. That was something I forgot. I was wanting to get it done as quickly as possible for that hostile hit it and damage the whatchamacallit on it, the hull. Lorca Fist would probably help too. All right, so let's go ahead and change our ships back. We need to go all the way back and get the junker offline. Okay, let's put Enterprise crew back. Sky, take that one out of there. Who did we put in her place? Let's go ahead and get everybody else settled first. I think I'm going to leave the Armada crew there because I might go back here and hit some of those rares. Not the 70 rares, but the 66 rares. Do a couple more of them for loot. I'm going to wait till I'm down. I don't know. I'll see how close we are to the next milestone, which I don't think we're very close to at all. But let's see. Because there's no reason to waste these. I could keep them for next week. Let's see where we're at. Yeah, we're not anywhere close. We'd have to double our score just to get the next milestone. So that ain't happening. So I'm not going to waste any of my rare directives on it. But we do need to go in there and look at the store to see how close we are to make another pull for that. See, this is the one that... So I've got 10 more hours before I can make a pull. Go back to the event store. Okay, man. See you next time. Thanks for watching. Good night. Yeah, there is a new ISO, but you can only use it once a week, though. It's got a once a week cooldown on it on those new ISOs, which is kind of stupid. But yeah, we'll do this tomorrow. Let's see, today's 11, almost midnight, so 10 in the morning about. I'll be able to make another pull in here, and I will. I do need to go in here and probably hit some of these hostels and get some more of that loot to make sure that I can make a full pull. Yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna do the rest of the night, guys. I'm gonna put some music on and and crank it, and we'll just go. If y'all got questions, man, fire away. We'll talk it out while I'm doing it. But pretty well, I guess the rest of the night's going to be popping those hostels to get loot to have during the week. I don't know. Does it go away? Let's see. Let's see what kind of cooldown does the stupid refinery itself have. I didn't look. But I know I made a big pull out of that thing last time. So this gives me my weekly, which is nice because it's going to give me a bunch of some stuff to redeem in here. So we'll go in there and do that right now before we forget. So this is going to give me a chest pull for the weekly. It's going to give me a chest pull for the monthly as well. So we go here and we look, make that pull. It's going to give me some G6 stuff. Let's see, where's it at, the G6 stuff? No, there was some rare in there. Let's see. Put it in a different spot. Okay, there's the G6 uncommon. But I don't see the G6 rare. I thought there was some rare in there. Guess there's not. I'm happy to have the G6 though, of anything. Okay, so let's go and do the monthly one. And that gives me another, this is the biggest thing, and this one is this right here. Okay, so we do have some stuff in here we can redeem. Okay, we got, meh. This isn't gonna help me at all. That's why I go ahead and pull these. I don't pull the premium ones because they do have rare and epics in there. And we have one of those events where you have to have those shards to do that. That's a good way to do it. That, or just go ahead and hit your, if you don't have that, you can go in here and do these. Just go here and make a pull for the, like that, and just use some of the patterns. Those are all epics, and it'll score for you in there. I got so many of them, I don't care. I got 10.4 million of those stupid things. Well, yeah, like when they actually put, like over a year ago, when they actually put more officers in there, I was on the last tier of the 2 officers I could do. The rest of them, 2 of them I had done already. So their adding to it didn't really help a whole lot. All right, so let's get, yeah, we'll go in regular. I was gonna move into Klingon space, but it would take too long for it to fly there. So let's just find any spot in over here, I guess. No, let's go on the other side of it. We'll go here. I don't think I've ever ported in here before. We'll go right there. There we go. All right, so let's get the cube. Somebody just fly in here? Thought I saw a ship just warp in. I thought I saw somebody warp in. There is no, this is an empty, oh, there's one guy here. Let's see what, this is probably a dead base. No, it's not a dead base, it's just a low guy. Okay. So we're not going into that space. What am I doing? So we kind of got on autopilot from doing that before. Okay, we need to go in here, but we gotta set up our ship though. I'm not really looking for loot or anything. I'm nothing fancy. I'm just gonna put the strongest crew I can put in there. Go in the 68 system. Let's see. We could probably actually even keep this crew because they're invading enemies. Let's see how it does. Whoops, wrong ship. I'm curious now. How good will this do against these? Is she... Let's see what her safe cracking against Armada and hostiles. I don't need extra loot. Okay, we'll leave her. The rest of these guys are solid for what we need to do. But I tell you what, I do want what's his name? I do want Hugh on here. So let's see who we're gonna take out. Let's go ahead and take out the Klingon because he's so low. And I want to take Paris out of there and put McCoy. What is Scotty again? Okay, he may be better than Miss Seska. Let's look at her. Dang it. Increases Kittleman by 22%. I think I'd rather have Scotty for that. Okay, so let's do that. Let's hit that. Oh, wrong ship. I don't know why I keep clicking on the Enterprise. Okay. I'm just curious about that particular crew. Otherwise, I'll either use my augment crew or my regular PvP crew. But these are both for invading entities on the bridge all across the board. So this should do okay. Should, that is. Okay, I'm plugging in my phone. Should be, let me turn the light back off. finally got over that stupid headache I've had for like a day. In a little while. I still hadn't got in the system yet. Perfect timing. Okay. So let's just go in the middle of the system. We're not going to hit anything until we get that, we get that attacker off. Normally I'd love to have that loot too, but it's all about this one right now. Let's find where he's coming in at. There he is right there. Okay, let's start. It's hard to use this artifact on it because they're so fast and they move around so much that, you know, the really just probably want to use it on your next one, because otherwise these move so fast it'll put you in a, so far so good on the hull damage. That didn't take them, hadn't taken a bunch of hull damage. We might have found the key. We're going to have hull damage because of the damn hazard. But it looks like this, as far as the crew goes for actually hitting the hostile, it looks like they're performing really well. This might be the setup for next time too. I wish I had an extra preset on here right now. I would go ahead and save this one. Yeah, that's another killer thing. They not only do they make it difficult for a lot of players to actually kill these, they put a damn hazard in here too. Not that they couldn't make it any harder. That's like I said, the people who design these games just don't know how it's played. This is literally maybe one of the stupidest things I've ever. Okay, see that I've clicked on the. Oh, let's put a hazard on these. They're not hard enough. They're not hard enough, guys. We got to put a hazard on them to make sure that their ship's getting ate away, whether the hostiles can do it or not. Good night, man. Well, anyway, man. So yeah, it's kind of dumb that they do have a hazard in here. I mean, it's not real strong. It is definitely. If I would have leave, I couldn't. That was no. Now for sure, I remember it was the '66 system. Accidentally left them in all night because um, there's like a 10% that it's below of whatever, so I would still get hull damage whether it was hitting hostiles or not in here. Damn, these things move so quick. Okay, you have to change course. What is this? I think I'm gonna go ahead and kill that and go with something up here. Oh, I missed that one right in front of me. Oh well. Why is it not? Yeah, I watched the new Dexter. The new Dexter is actually pretty good. The premise on how he was still alive was kind of meh. Yeah, okay. But after all that stuff helped is really it's been pretty good so far. It has more of a vibe of the original one than like the sequel series that they made. You know, the one where he was a lumberjack or whatever. You know, he's up in Oregon or wherever it was. I can't remember, but um, I watched it after I watched Strange New Worlds. It's because when I got my Paramount Plus deal, they had a deal where I could get Showtime too, and I said, "What the heck? I definitely want to check out that new Dexter series." Yeah, but the one person that didn't enter is what's her name? Is the chick that played the sister. I know her last name's Carpenter. I can't remember her first name now for nothing. But she didn't make the deal. Um, Batista is in it. Not Batista the wrestler, but the Angel Batista, the guy that was the detective in Miami that was his friend. And he's not exactly his friend in this current series anymore. Okay, let's see if that's helped us out any position-wise. Okay, yeah, I actually went down a few while I was doing the other thing. Well, it actually, even dying actually put me ahead of my friend. And I didn't even kill it. Wonder how many points it would have gave me if I actually beat it. Jeez, man, I got to figure out how to beat that thing. It gave me that many points. Because I was like 5,000 behind him. Now I'm like 4,000 ahead of him. And I didn't even kill it. But let me go back to it real quick and see how many points I need to get. I want to be in the top 10 at least. where do I need to be in the top 10? Oh, I can do that. It's not going to be that hard. It's going to take some work, but it's not going to be that hard. I mean, I want the loot anyway. It's not like I'm doing this for nothing. Okay, I'm gonna let that one get. If there's any more after that one, things moving they move so fast. It's hard to do what I just did there to get it to. Okay, and probably this one next. Yeah, I wish I could crank up some regular jam. I gotta put my music on because otherwise I'll put it on in the background for you guys. I'll listen. I can't really listen to it because it looks like it might be a little bit. Tell me how the audio level is. Does that sound good? Is it too loud? Is my voice not as... Mitigation officers are not worth using. I think I have the right 3 on the deck. It's going to be trying to figure out who's below. And maybe he's right on that. I don't know. I'm spitballing. Nobody's. Let's see. We've got. Can't be used by the cutting beam. I think who would? Everyone knows you can't do use on armadas anyway. So that's kind of stupid. Okay, has apex barrier. So maybe shred is something you're gonna need. Isolytic damage. So you're going to need ISO officers and shred. So Quasi needs to be down there, and you probably Quasi needs to definitely be down there. I guess you did Giorgio, but I don't know who I would take down from the entity ones. Because she has no captain ability. I mean, you could maybe take Dash off of there, but she doesn't. She's the only one that has captain's ability, and I'm pretty sure DeMarco is going to be better than. And then what's his name's completely made for these hostiles, so I don't know. So you're going to have to find a way to do it below deck. See, these I kill too easy. There's no way I could just say, okay, let's go on 66 and model it. You won't be able to tell anything. And I don't have any directives I want to waste to go back here and do that again. But yeah, he might be right. He might be onto something. It'll be something to try next time. But it looked like I punched pretty damn hard on it that I passed up the whole Dylan didn't even win. That's how that guy probably did. He probably figured it was 70 and went up there and crushed him. I can do the rares with a similar crew that I use, but I don't have quite the punch for these epics yet. way I can tell it's a loop. Here we go. Tell you what, guys, I'm gonna stop it here in a second. I've got other songs, so you don't have to listen to the same 4 songs over and over again. I'm gonna stop it. Okay. So let me go into my bring the finder on where I can pull some more songs in here. I'm also going to make the box bigger here so I can see what's I got in here. So I've got 6 of my songs in here. So let's go get the other ones. Let's get go. Let's see if I can find my folder. Music, here we go. Put this over here. My songs. Open. Okay. Okay, here's this one. Open. Okay, so we got Revenge. We got that one. We got Echoes in the Void. We don't have that one. Make sure that this one gets stuck in there. Okay, no, that didn't get in there. Come on, get in there. Okay. Klingon Revenge, we got that. The Stars Are Far, yeah, I got that one. Here we go. It's similar to the other one, but not the same. Oh, come on. Wish you could put Guns N' Roses in here. War Cries, yeah, that needs to be in there. Okay, we got the Echoes, the Gloria for the Glory. We don't have this one. Okay, that one's in. We Are Klingons, is that one in there? Let's see. Nope. That's how many got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I've got missing 2 songs. Lost in Chaos, is that in there? Let's see, nope. Neither did I found the other 2. Okay. I don't know if I want them in the order that I just put them in, but we'll see if it'll let me move them. Yeah, well, I'll figure out a playlist with them later. Okay. I'm going to start with War Cries on the top. Okay, here we go. And we'll do the Blood of 74 up higher because it's similar to another song I got in here. Okay. Now we got it going. supposed to be application and not screen. Okay. Let's look at it. So I really don't have a lot to say, so I'll let the music play in the background. And if, of course, if you guys got questions, I'll toggle it down a little bit and we'll talk about it. But I think the biggest thing is what a big flop this whole arc has become. I mean, that's all the talk on Discord. Nobody on my servers even engaging with this, all this stuff. That is the big thing. This is like there was kind of a joke on the last one where I put Disney hold my beer. You know, I mean, it's kind of really hard to fail this hard because you got people that are hardcore Star Trek fans playing the game, and you got people that are just playing because they like a strategic game, and they find some way to screw it up. But I don't think it's as awful as some other people are saying, but I do think it's not a very good art. Prizes are not really good, and they get stuck. No, there it goes. I don't think the prizes are, put it this way, I think the prizes are pretty, the juice isn't too worth the squeeze. They got, basically we're doing all this for 4 artifacts. And they're good artifacts, but they're not great artifacts. Everything else in the arc is pretty much meh, you know. And then their planning of the events has been just the worst ever. You know, they've got two events that are going to takes heavy grind time to finish them, or most of them. Most of them, the Ferengi things have been grind oriented. There was one where it was officer, where you had to use officer XP and I think it was rare to epic shards or something like that. It was something to do with officer requisition. I think you can use transporter patterns too. I didn't need to because I had a couple of officers that was right on the brink of tearing up, so I finished that one pretty easily. But there are stretches in the game I would have not had a way to score in that, unless I used unless the transporter patterns were in there. Oh, come on. But yeah, so it's kind of one of these things where but yeah, for using just coming to the channel, these are all songs I wrote for the stream, because I wanted some kind of music in the background when I'm doing something like this, when it's heavy grinding, where I'm doing more concentration on the game than I am talking to you guys in here. And OBS, it was kind of hard to do that because the audio levels wasn't consistent. I could set it up on my mixing board, but it was just right one time broadcasting. Next time broadcasting, everybody would tell me I couldn't hear me, and I hadn't changed anything as far as the settings go. You know, so you got kind of, I'm like, well, what can I do? I've got this thing barely on, not even like on less than 2. But this one has a little bit more consistent mixer, and also my audio for me runs through there a lot better, and I'm not doing anything different. I got the same mic, same mixing board. It's not like I added anything different, but the software just works a little better. It's a paid software versus OBS is is a shareware or open source, free, type deal. This one has a licenses of like, I think it's like 369 a year or something like that. It's worth every penny of it. Like eventually, if I want to do find somebody, actual people that would want to come on here and maybe talk to me about the game, I can actually do that pretty easily. Actually, I need someone to be the first guinea pig, and the people that I want to talk to on here. I don't know if I want them to be the first guinea pig. So I get all the settings just right on it. I wouldn't get like a friend or something, but I don't have any friends that are playing this game. That are, the friends in real life, not ones on here, but if I did, that would be a no-brainer. I'd just get them on there and talk for about 15, 20 minutes and have everything set up. And then I'd start putting out invitations to people that I'd definitely like to talk to them on here. Don't know if they all would say, yes, I'll come and talk to you on here or not. But it'd be worth giving it a shot. So we're going to send it back. After we get, let's see how many boxes we got. Yeah, that's 100 boxes. We'll go ahead and send her back and come right back. Repair, assess where we are on the leaderboard. We did move up one spot. I was up at like in 9th before I went to bed last night. So we need to, let's see, how I need to be in now. I need to get up into the 5 millions up here probably. I'm not gonna even try to go into this territory. Forget that. The rewards are not good enough for that. I mean, I'd be kind of happy with what I got right now, but I actually do need the loot. Those pulls are big. Because I think we got like a possibility of either 2 or 3 pulls before the store closes down. Let's see, so we got 9 hours. So I've got at least one more pull before this thing ends. So I want to make sure that I got loot for both. And I'm sure after the clock goes away, the regular transports are going to come back. So at 11 o'clock tomorrow or 10, it's 11 a.m. Central Time when the event reset happens, and all these hostels will be gone, and I won't be able to make that last pull unless I do this run. Oh. As my ship goes down in flames, my heart cries out your name. As the skies come crashing down. What's weird about it, in the battle pass tomorrow, they actually have directives, I think. If I remember right. What's this? Okay. Even though I don't have an upgrade, this is what I did last time. As soon as I was able to make one, yeah, I was able to go easily. Okay, this is what we do. Enterprise. I'm really close to getting pick you done. See, I need 11 shards. So let's see if we get lucky and get the 8. Come on, 8. Come on, 8. And we got 3. So we're about 3 days away from putting him over the top. Yeah, that's probably the last one I'm gonna pull for a while. I'm gonna start storing up, not for this next last tournament, but the one afterwards. Like I said, I'm gonna set the next one out. I really need somebody else in the alliance. Close on her too. Okay, where should I? Let's go with Interceptor. I think I have almost everything in this thing completely done. I might want to make the pull tonight. I might be able to upgrade that one here up. See how close I am. See how close we are to the building. Oh, we're so close. So close, but yet so far. How close we are to getting this one done. Well, I'm about halfway there, so I probably got 2 more treasuries to pull before I can do that one. Let's check the other 2 buildings. This one, about halfway there. That one's what am I doing? I got on my ship. Okay, that one's a little bit over halfway there. Okay, let's go ahead and fix it. Go right back. Oh, let's get this shit out here. I thought I'd change them out. Yeah, Lorca Fist might have worked. I don't think it would. I don't think it would have took me over the top. Okay. Okay, those hexacoms are still active. I'm gonna go ahead and punch a new. Well, it won't let me. Unfortunately. I was gonna renew that once more up in space. Yeah, that's too pricey for just 30 of those. Most of this other stuff is. So that's another thing. The loot is a little bit on the low side of everything. Not to mention the he's out in the cube. What the heck? That was quick. Almost too quick. I don't know if I would trust it. Yeah, I don't really know how much after this arc I will mess with this. What time is it getting to be? It's 1. I think I'm going to go just for about another 15 or 20 minutes, and I'm going to call it a stream tonight. Appreciate you guys watching. I'm not sure what my schedule is going to be the next couple days. I may go fishing on Tuesday. My fishing guide friend gave me a call. I think that's what he's wanting to do. He's wanting to go out and film. Maybe we may not end up getting to do it this week, maybe next Tuesday, but we will find out here shortly. Tomorrow I'm going to go register to take some classes next semester, and do that. And then may go see Superman tomorrow. I'm hearing some things about I may need to go see it before I take my little nephews to see it. See if it's something that they can see or not. So I'm not real sure right now. Because if they see something in the movie they're not supposed to, then I'll catch hell for it. But I know they want to see it though. So I may have to go pre-watch the movie to see if there's anything in it that might be over the top. I don't think there is, but you never know these days. I was wanting to take them to see it yesterday, but we couldn't get the timing thing down. And my 5-year-old nephew has got a baseball camp that the whole family's went to Austin for that, so that was another factor in it. It basically had to be either yesterday in this real small window, or we have to wait till next week. And it's looking like maybe next Sunday after church we'll go. I don't know. I do have to work Saturday night next week. Relentless and bold, clear steel, a legend retold. In the vent of space, shadows entwine, fire rays and criminals as the stars realize. I'm kind of interested. I am actually kind of interested to see it. I mean, it's one of those ones that's got like a 50-50. People say it's actually garbage, and then people say it's good. I always think it's funny. The same people who crapped all over Man of Steel and Batman beat Superman. The same people who want the Snyderverse to come back, you know, so. But really, I think it was like that movie, Batman versus Superman, was kind of really the first iteration of people killing movies before they even seen a frame of it. I mean, it wasn't a disaster, box office disaster like some of these latest superhero movies on both sides, Marvel and DC, but I don't think it did as good because people had already heard, oh, it's not that good. And it was actually a pretty damn good movie. I'm kind of worried about the direction though. I've heard the direction they're going with the Supergirl movie, and that does not sound good. I know I wouldn't take them to see that movie. I mean, I think their pick for Supergirl was really good, but I don't know if the movie itself, where she's wild and doesn't care about people and stuff like that. How much did it cost to max out the Kretschmer? The very last three upgrades cost me $1,100. But most of the way I grinded and supplemented. I didn't completely buy it out. The rest of it. It was like packs here and there every weekend, you know. But I decided I wanted to max it out a couple weekends ago, and I spent about $1,100. I had some extra money come in, so I had it. And it actually really helped me spend less this weekend, because I've already met my goal. And basically this weekend I was basically used up all the stuff. I bought a couple of. Did buy those 3 interceptor packs, but I used it for this one, and that's really all I spent this week. And I did buy one of those weekly things for the the Galaxy Quest chip. So that's all I spent this week. I wouldn't have spent the $300 for the interceptor thing, but there was an event that paid out some Scotty. I think it was one of the events pay out. I did it basically for this event, more for the ship. The ship greatly benefited from it. Here we go, this one here. Yeah, I wanted it, because I'm real close on getting Scott over the top, and then any quasi shards I want. I basically did it for this event here. And then I bought come on. This pack here. Because I wanted to, because I was that close to getting the warp range where I can get it out of that into the last systems there. I got tired of always being stuck. I need to put Grush in there or not have to grind in that, whatever, that 58 system or whatever it is. So I spent like $350 this week. The only reason I did it, I said for the event. Probably won't do that next week. My big spending days are over with. Even though that's pretty, 350 is about a little bit above normal. I just got tired because this one here, what was crazy about this last tier is all 4 of these took 97,000 of the uncommon parts. That was the kick in the nuts. And I did this one, and I had about half of the one for this one, and I said, screw it. I got a check for $1,500. So I said, okay, I'm gonna use it. And so I used $1,100 to get half of that one and these 2. I mean, those upgrades are insane. You would think they would be heavier on the rares, but the rares weren't ever really the choke point. The choke point for this last tier was uncommon. Because they were insane amounts of uncommon. But I'm probably gonna take this one up. I'm gonna just do it as I have them. I'm gonna take this one up to 13. This one at least to 13, and this last, the 70 Romulan ship up to 13. I'm not gonna take either one of those any higher than that, unless I just have crap laying around. Because I won't be able to use it in G7, so might as well use it if I got it, but I'm not going to purchase anything online for it. Probably not going to do anything for the ships from now on. It'll just have to be whatever I earn during the week. Really, I think the only thing that I really wanted to do to buy in the store is I do want to finish this war room up, because it looks like we're not going to, because we don't have the event enough that we can actually use it to the building. That's really the only thing I think I'm going to be spending any money on in the future. I may buy like a war room pack every weekend going forward. Right now I got my war room at 56, and I've got a little ways to go, so you can kind of just use this thing here to take it up to 61, and I think once you get from level 50 to 60 will take me I got 198 of those now, so I need 28,000 of those, and one of those packs is 23. So that will take it up to almost 60 if I buy a pack, and then I'll be working on the post 60 one. But there's nothing else in the building. There's really no, just research, pretty much researching in the war room building. And I won't have research that much longer because I'm winding it down. So, and this won't even count for the fucking events going on right now, because it doesn't have any mats in it. really, that's the only thing I'm probably going to spend any cash on is going to be this building. And I'm going to use probably what resources I don't use for the research will go into whatever ship has the best looking part. You know, like I'll go in here and look at it and say, oh, what can I use what I got here? This one's using ore, so this one ain't getting nothing. That's what I need for mine. See, I could go in here and do the impulse engines and warp engines and cargo bay. But I'm not going to do. This one's probably going to get the least love of them all. I do think the Enterprise E has some ore that it uses too, so those won't get done anytime soon until the research is done. Let's see, that one uses all common. Impulse engine, cargo bay. Let's see what this is using. Yeah, as soon as I get the parts for this one won't get done. See, this one's using all the rares. But once I use that, then I got 2 upgrades, and then my uncommons are gone. So, yeah. But I'm going to take this one up at least one more tier. And then it won't be until I got stuff laying around that I can do it. This one here, I do want to take this one up as high as I can. I'll at least take it up to 13. Right now I've got it at 10. The Romulan ship, I got it also at 10. But basically I'm doing the loot runs. Okay, so guys, I think this is gonna be, I'm gonna call the stream right now. It's 1:30. I'm gonna grind for about another 5 or 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna call it a night. So thanks for watching, and look for me tomorrow. I got some errands to run, and then if I get home, I'll probably come online and do whatever the day's events are, and you know, whatever. It'll be nice tomorrow. I'll be able to take the new Scotty up to tier 3, so I'm gonna be happy about that.